So, people talking, no GMs still, and no events still, and I've been here for, you know, half an hour today, the other day, about in half an hour, something like that. Again, no GMs, and these are popular times. I mean, this is after school. This is pretty close to after work. You would think that this would be a little bit more active with a little bit more people, but no. You know, like, there are people, in terms of people, there's 92 people online, cutting like 25 for these, leaves us with 75. 75. No, we'll say 70. We'll say 70 be nice. 70 people, and then we'll cut out another 10 for dual clients. We'll say there's 60, 50 people, something like that online, between 50 and 60 who are actually playing. There are no GMs, no events, and in all honesty, this is just depressing. Like, there are these little event things, like, oh, you get a little bit extra EXP for things when you kill them, a certain amount. You've got the Monster Hunter board, but it's limited. You only got one choice between level 10 and 35 or something. Yeah, between level 10 and 39, you've got one choice. I mean, that could really be expanded on. Like in ReverieRO, there's so many different options for that kind of Monster Hunter board system. And here it just looks like it's been thrown in just to say, okay, it's there, and hasn't actually been exploited in any way that it can actually have some potential in the server as either a reward thing or anything like that, right? Wool scarves are a good price, going back to economy there. So we've got GM activity is null and void, seriously. Economy is pretty good. Features are lackluster, and they look like they've just been thrown in to be there. As for saying that they have no customs, I've seen a custom map right off the beginning. I saw the 2 custom monsters and whatnot. Nothing else appears to have been changed, but still, when you advertise that way and the first map people see is a custom map, I mean, it's kind of a blow to the face, if you will. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's just that it's not a good impression when you said one thing and then the first thing you see in game is something completely different. But community seems nice enough, except for, you know, that last bout with last Monday with people talking about sex and gays and things like that in public. And unfortunately, like I said, I don't have that video anymore, and I don't have screenshots because I didn't think about screenshots because I was doing a freaking video, you know. But yeah, it's just I'm just going in and out here to get some pictures of these loading screens. But yeah, like, in all honesty, it just seems like things have been thrown in just to be there, and like there's no GM supervision whatsoever. I'm not really sure if there are automated events. I don't even see Cluckers. Cluckers is so standard now. It's like, oh, I like to see people blow up. I'm sorry, it's a fetish. But yeah. As for guilds and whatnot, like I've seen this one, Reverence, seen Taxaholics, Vindiction, One Piece. Not sure how many of these are WoW active. I've got Sword Crosses, so we do have a variety of guilds here. I've seen a couple people from this Reverence guild. I didn't see this guild last time, I don't think. Not sure if they're new or they just went online at that point. And thank you, Meringue, for buffing me, best friend. But in all honesty, like, I'm not sure how many of these are just WoW or PVM or anything like that, right? So, I haven't seen WoW whatsoever in the server, even last time where I thought that maybe it was more active in public because of WoW. I'm not even sure if that was a low time. Not sure what they were doing, kind of thing. But it seems like there's a couple guilds that you can join. Like I've seen 5 the other day. There's probably a couple too. So we'll say there's like 7 to 10 guilds that you can join and who are active and seen in game. Not really sure which of those are, like I said, MVP, PVM, social, anything like that, because I can't tell just by looking at it. It looks like there's some motivation to have your own guild and partake as a member of different guilds. But yeah, and then like there's the whole, like I'm not lagging now like I was earlier, but initially on my first review, when I first loaded Pronera in all these shops, lagged like hell. And then I got disconnected when I first tried to get in today. I wanted to log into my character before I started recording, and it was hard to get in because I kept disconnecting, being rejected from server. The availability is good, but I lagged when I was in town to the point where I had to stop the recording, and then I got disconnected. I'll try again later and see if anything's improved, if maybe the player base is more night oriented or morning oriented, things like that. I'll try again for that and see if the lag changes with the increase or decrease, like the influx of players. You know, see what's going on, because really it's kind of a downer. It's kind of boring for a first impression. Nobody talks to me. Nobody really trades. You see all these shops and whatever, and the economy's pretty good, but at the same time, you're like, at least I'm like, you know, like where are the GMs if I have a question? I can't even tell if they're friendly or if they're even there, you know. And like here we got the disguise event, which I told you about earlier, the NPC. And it's like, okay, we've got this guys again, and we've got porn catchers. Is that really all? There's no invasion events. There's no cluckers, double square, 4 square. Guess the password. Nothing like that. Like, I don't know. Just kind of irks me. But, like, I'm not even one really for events. But it's the fact that there aren't any, really. Like, there are a lot of people who rely on that kind of thing because they're a social guild, right? So they like events, and if there's no events, really, then it'll be hard to get those coins if you don't vote. If you don't donate either, you know, like, to get things. Oh, it's just a little bit silly. I think there should be more GM activity and more events going on. Even crappy hide-and-seek events. You know, at least something. Anyways, I'll come back later. So I'm back again. It's about 10 o'clock at night, EST. And I'm seeing a lot of people. So it's not specific to the afternoon that there's quite a bit of people online. Here we see there's 81. They're talking. Main seems a lot more active at nighttime than during the day. I was just trying to get screenshots of the loading screens to include in my review here. And you can see there are actually people who speak and communicate through main. Got the trading channel is actually open. So I'm wondering if you're going to play this server, you should be focusing on the nighttime EST population than the afternoon or the early morning. It doesn't appear that the people who play in the afternoon are the ones who are social and trading and things like that. It just appears they're doing their own thing, kind of thing. So if that's you, you don't really care about people talking to you or helping you or anything like that, or partying or whatever, like maybe the evening would be better for you rather than the afternoon. I'm not really sure, but that's just what I'm getting from this, seeing as how Maine and just the town is more talkative than the last 2 times I've been in the afternoon. We also have a couple new stores. We have Embryos. Again, economy, completely fine there. What can we see there? I'm not seeing any issue with the economy whatsoever. I'm seeing an influx in... Oh, no. It was the Skeleton Archer card that I was looking at earlier. Now, those are usually worth nothing. So for them to be that price is a little bit odd, but then again, they drop higher than tile shoes, so it might just be because they're useful for a short period of time and they'll go right. And again, I'm not seeing any GMs. There was this weird smoky event that was going on earlier that I got a screenshot of, but I didn't get on video because I was trying to do screenshots of the loading screens. I guess it's smokies are terrorizing a city, or just one smoky, and if you find it, you get a reward of whatever sort. Didn't really pay attention, but I'll add that. Maybe bump up the feature score a little bit because of that. I'm not seeing any events run by GMs. In fact, I'm not seeing any GMs at all. Like, it just really seems like this is an independent server. Like, I've been in game like 2 hours now between the 2 times I've been here, and I'll admit that the 2 times I was there was around the same time each time. But one was, I went back, it was actually a Friday that I was there, and then I was there on today, Wednesday, and now I'm back again Wednesday night. Nothing has changed, basically. It's just that people are talking more, which is great, but there's no GM activity whatsoever. It's a little bit, I don't know. It's not the best thing. Like, the score for the GM is going to be, like, the administration is going to be horrible because simply there is no administration. Like, they're on the forum, but when you play a game, you're not really going to go to the forum. You're going to expect people to be in game to help you. And if it's not the community, and the community seems great so far for helping and whatnot, but if they don't know the answer, if it's something that you have to ask an admin or another staff member about, they're not going to be there to help you. You have to go into the forum. And like I showed or expressed earlier with the CAPTCHA system in the forum, it's a pain in the ass just to get past that. I don't know if it was my JavaScript or something like that, but I mean, it was horrible. It took me so many tries just to register on the forum, and then I forgot my password and my username, so I couldn't even go back in because I couldn't re-register because that stupid thing was still there as a CAPTCHA system, and I can't figure it out for whatever. And I mean, it seems simple. I mean, you put the blocks in where they're supposed to go and you press OK and it checks to make sure it's right. And that's what I did. And it, for some reason, it doesn't like me. It always says that I did it wrong. Even the one with the kitty. Somehow I did that one wrong too. No idea. But it's a little bit frustrating when you can't even register on the forum to get help, even if you have the motivation to do that, because you can't get past the CAPTCHA system. Yeah. End of rant. But, yeah. Economy's great. Features need spicing up. GM activity definitely needs to be there because nobody is ever there. Website could be spruced up. Forum is fine. Loading screens maybe need a little bit more Reverie style ones because there's a lot of official ones and I rarely see the ones that are Reverie specific. Community's fine. For some reason, like right now I'm not lagging, which is good, but for some reason I was getting disconnected earlier, rejected, lag like hell, like it was shown in that video. It's not a bad service, just it has all the right ingredients, it has all the right things. It's just exploiting it and using it better, getting more staff members in there, and not just throwing features in just to say you have them. Actually exploit them for what they're worth. That's really all I have to say. Thanks.